Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show, playing more Yakuza Kenzan. We're going to see what Kiryu's doing now, because last we saw him, he got chased out of the monk village or whatever. Or maybe not. I don't know what we were doing. Oh, we were trying to travel to the new temple, so we're going to be at the temple now. Just a warning to everybody watching, this game not only is in spoken Japanese, but is also only ever has been released for Japan in fully Japanese, and what that means is that it's not only Japanese audio but also Japanese text. So if you don't speak Japanese, you're not going to understand what's happening, except for by context clues and what the characters are doing. As always, I do not speak over the cutscenes, even in this game, to translate it for you, but I will tell you what happened after the cutscenes to the best of my abilities. Let's jump in it. I actually don't think we're going to be starting with a cutscene this time. Usually we stop it when it was like jumping into a cutscene, but I think we had just gotten to a playable sequence, maybe. Let's see what happens. Right, yeah. I remember this. So we wanted to talk to whoever's over here, or go through this gate. What actually are we trying to do? Oh, yeah. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. That the priest guy told us about kind of forging a new life for ourselves. We have to go meet at the big Gion gate. So we'll do that. But first we'll go talk to this guy. 僕も祇園に来た。行きてえな。Ah, I'm also going to Gion. すまない。祇園の大門というのは、どっちだ? Excuse me, but where's the Gion, the big main gate for Gion? あんた、Gion に行くつもりなのか? Huh? You're going to Gion? This guy is called 金のない男. It's like a man who has no money. I believe that means like a poor man or maybe a beggar. この先の、maybe 林通りを、なぐ、集めは Oh, we got some new words. Sotomachi, some kind of outside village. Nideru. It's saying like this thing over here is going to bring you on the forest path, and you keep going to get to some kind of outside village. But so this game, because obviously in the same way that English is for anybody who if you watch something that takes place in like medieval times, they use a lot of terms and phrases that do not exist anymore. So this game actually, for Japanese people playing this game, modern Japanese is nowhere near the same as classical or like old-timey Japanese from samurai times. So the game actually has explanations for concepts in this game because even a Japanese person reading it would not know what it is. So this is the Omon, which is the big gate, main gate. I'm surprised they would explain that to us. Maybe there's some kind of particular significance to it. But I don't really think we need to know any more about that. So this is kind of like they call it Rakugai-cho. So it means like connecting outer village. It's something like maybe closest to the capital is what that's saying. That you can, hang out there, you can eat and drink there, various kinds of shops in this place. It's kind of like when you have like a main castle keep and then there's like the surrounding merchants and stuff. I guess that's what this is going to be. 洛外町の一番、北に 西県通りって大通りがあってな。So like going, if you go most north, or the Rakugaicho, like the outer village is like up most to the north, and then if we go, there's another road that we can take to the west. No. That there's 4 roads, I guess, that we can take. I still get tripped up by the kanji for west. Okay. You know, if you walk, you'll find the big gate. You'll find the thing that you're looking for. I think he might be saying that you can't, once you've left the big gate, you won't be able to come back in. Not entirely sure though. わかった。ありがとう. Understood. Thank you. Here we go. でも、あんた金持ってんのか? But, do you have any money on you? え? 金が関係あるのか? Huh? You're strapped for cash? What's going on? 祇園ってところはな、金が、ものを言うんだ。金のね、主はそもそも、門番が中に入れてくれねえぞ。So he's saying like Gion in this kind of place, something like you're going to be hearing that a lot. You know, you're going to, something like you're going to need a little bit of money when you're over there. Something like that. Which is actually something that Kiryu was saying near the beginning of the game before the flashback. But I might not be getting the subtleties of it was kind of like a complex sentence. Something like, you know, we kind of dream. I might be getting this completely wrong, but something like, you know, my dream was to get, like, when could I get to Gion? And then when I found it, you know, I found it was a lifetime of never having, I guess, what I wanted or something like that. It's sort of a warning to us that he's giving. I might have gotten that completely wrong. It's interesting that they modeled this area and there's not really anything to do here, nor are there any battles here. It's just for these NPCs to be here. Maybe this is like a famous temple and they wanted to get it in. That's definitely characteristic of the Yakuza games, is like they will go to a lot of trouble just to get random famous Japanese locations in there. And I gotta appreciate that. Miyamoto Musashi という男は関係音で、徳川の息子の、 So he's saying something like, this guy, Musashi Miyamoto, he seems to have, gotten mixed up with the son of the Tokugawa family. And something like he's on the run right now, or he's like on the lam. そうらしいな. Oh, is that right? Because he's talking about us. おそらく、陽気方? I don't know what that would mean, maybe like an important guy or something. He's saying something like, this guy might be somewhere here among us. I think he might be saying, Tokugawa's might be starting to think that he wants to send his guys out by us, or something like that. I might have gotten that completely wrong, though. しかし、あんな有名な、ブー something の、暗殺をこれ差しという男は So he's saying like, this guy is something like, this guy's like a pretty famous warrior, and assassins are getting, because assassins are getting sent out to sort of take this guy down. Whoever this guy is, Miyamoto, Musashi might want to, keep. I wonder what he means by that. Like, watch his back, I guess that expression might mean. Something like, sort of like a serious matter. Yeah? I'm not entirely sure what this one's supposed to mean. I'm gonna guess it means something to do with battling or swordsmanship. It has the thing for blade in it. どこかの国の So like somewhere, something like どこかの国の It's a tough sentence for me, but it's something like somewhere outside the country, a samurai, like a swordsman, might be, having a similar conversation or something like that. Something like, walking this path and looking for, it might be something like looking for money, like bounty hunter type guys. Yeah, there's not that many out there who can do it or something like that. That one was a little bit tough. The people who are just standing there and, like in true Yakuza fashion, have like a straight up like multiple paragraphs to just say on some weird subject, those ones trip me up the most in this game because they're never related to the plot really, or they're like only like tangentially related, and they always have something, like if any of you guys have played the other Yakuza games in English, where you'll talk to a person on the street and they just tell you like 10 separate sentences about some weird subject. I won't necessarily know what they're talking about in those. Let's see what we got. Oh, cool. So we're actually going. This is the forest path, as you can see with your own eyes. What happens if I bump into that guy? Nothing. Oh, this guy's coming back around. Hello, sir. Maybe he's kind of like, you know, protecting merchants who are on their way. Pretty Pixel. Oh, welcome back to the show. Can you read all 3 Japanese alphabets? Yeah, or I can read them well enough to get by. Not necessarily in a game about ancient Japan, but in modern Japanese, yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a trial playing this game, but it's also a lot of fun. 一つ、人に、楽んでは二つ I don't know what he's trying to, like, what this, like, style of speech is. ふとな、4つ、8つあたり3つ、体に、覚えのない持病でも He's giving us some kind of weird like count. He's saying like 1, you know, people sort of come by and 2, if you can't find the answer or something like that, and then 3, something like you better not forget. I'm not sure what the hell he's talking about though. He's gonna fight us though. He's using aggressive pronouns. この野郎 is what a lot of people say when they're about to fight you in Japanese. Not that I've been in many fights in Japanese. Oh, baby. These guys aren't even trying. Get him. Can I pick that up? No. What kind of props do we have here? Oh yeah. Oh, give me that. Okay. I think he's gonna be dead before we actually get to use our special attack on him. I'm not sure how that would be pronounced if it has a U at the end. 私が、悪いのことございました. Saying like, sorry for my bad behavior. And he gave me, I'm not necessarily sure what that is. Oh no! Is it asking me to drop something immediately? Oh crap. Okay, let's drop this thing, I guess. So it doesn't even drop it on the ground, we just lose it, which is why we really shouldn't be full on our inventory ever. So he gave me another one of these things. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's saying something that you might use it at the birth, like when your baby girl is born. Maybe some kind of firework. We can't use it here though, and our inventory is just filling up with random useless items. We gotta find some kind of strong box that we could put our items in. Alright, let's just use something so we don't run out of space. So we can talk to this guy again. And this is a separate thing. That's to talk. This is to read the sign. What are you up to tonight, though, Pretty Pixel? How's your night going? 立札だ。立札だ。何やら、この木が maybe something like 勇者あるものらしい。ことが、書かれている。Something like there's a standing sign. I've never seen sign written like that though. This is Musashi Miyamoto thinking this. He's saying like something about these trees. They're writing on them. Let's talk to this lady. この辺りに I think that one is hitokiri, like killers, or like butcher, like really just like murderous guys who cut people down with their swords. No. Hayao いかんと、怖くてなわんは something like this area has a lot of a lot of brutal men walking around, and that's what I've been hearing. So I really better get going because I'm sort of getting scared. I think he's 心配? Is that what he's saying? 心配せんでもええわ。いざとなったらわしがてるねん something. Oh, it's 守ったるねん. So he's saying something like, don't worry too much because I'll protect you. ほんまに? So like, really? ちょっと何かこっちこれは糸切りなんちゃん something like well he's kind of she's kind of like backing off a little bit, like some kind of scary stuff around here. What would you do against like a guy with a sword? He's like, さああんたやってしもうてや so like just like what would you do? いやそんなないこといきなり言われても心の準備が He's saying like, don't scare me like that, saying something like that so suddenly. My heart's not ready for it. My body's not ready for it. 何してる? 早やっつけてや. It's like, what is this? Like, how are you going to get ready in the moment? Something like that. そのまま通り過ぎてくれ. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know that I might be cut out for this kind of thing. So what she might have said was not like, what'll you do if a killer comes by, but rather like, look, there's a killer behind you. Or like one of these swordsman guys is right behind you. And it sort of took him for a loop. Okay, so this is a different zone. Yeah, it's saying that we'll get to the Rakugaicho if we go to the top left of the map, which is that area the guy told us about. Rakugaicho is one of those words that they had to teach us about. Oh, look, here they go. They're telling us another new word here. この先に、要は何だ um, soul. I'm not sure what the word would be. Something. プリストの持つ主ね向かう. So he's saying like past here we don't, I don't have any business past here. The priest is going to be waiting at the big gate, and then it lets us look up the word for big gate again. Pretty Pixel saying the night's going well. Just got home from work. Oh, cool. Yeah, put the feet up with some Yakuza Kenzan. A little bit of Japanese only game release. Oh, 命が、昔かったら早よ金maybe金目のもんだけ置いてきゃ something like he wasn't saying mukashi right there. He was saying something like hey, like if you value your life, you better show me that money pretty quick, something like that. さっさとせな命もらってきて come on, your life's on the line here. Oh, I love how that was kind of synced up to the music too. All right, let's get him with this one, baby. Yeah. Oops. Oh, I'm really botching that one. Oh, is that guy dead? Wow, it took him not too long. All right, here we go. What else we got prop-wise? Nothing. I guess we could take out our swords. Do we even have swords? Oh, we only have Majima's sword, right. I feel we were okay killing that guy because he did threaten to kill us. The other guys were just regular ruffians. He's saying like, it's only, he's saying like, I'll just take my life, someone help me. He's saying like, instead of taking your life, I'll just walk away with my life, something like that. That was pretty funny. Oh, that's going to be a good weapon to use when somebody comes up to fight us. So this guy does not want to fight us. あんたは言ったことあるかい男なら一度は言っとかないとnot sure 10名だぜ I don't know that that's what that is, but let's say, have you been around, have you ever come by here before? Like, guys who come here, sometimes they, I really don't think this is going to be what the word means, but something like they might encounter beasts. I might be reading the kanji wrong, though. 95% chance I read that kanji wrong. 何の話だ? What'd you say? 呼んで、遊んできたんだけど、あそこはやっぱりね、まさにこの、世の、something like it.Yeah, he probably wasn't talking about beasts because he's not saying anything about beasts here. So he's saying like, going into Gion, you can there's all these kind of different ways to like have fun. If you know how to find it or something like that. it's a world of excitement. Something like that. なんだかこれ We keep seeing this word. We're gonna have to check that one. I keep mistaking it for mukashi, but it's not, which is the word for a long time ago. Let's take a look at what that one is. That's my thing, is I don't look up every word that I encounter, or else I'd never learn anything, but I do look up something if it shows up multiple times and it's important. Seems like it's starting to be important to the story. Oshiku, which means regrettably. It's a little bit more of a complex word there. Ima kara ore te mou ichi nichi dake asande koyou kana. Something like, regrettably I haven't been able to really do it as much as I would like to. Sort of going out over there in this place. Gion, I guess, talking about. So we can't break these boxes or anything. Oh, I wonder if I can get a horse at some point. That'd be a cool thing to add into a Yakuza game. Wouldn't really make sense in a vehicle in the main Yakuza games, but in this, if there was like an open area. Cool. So this is the outer connecting village. Oh, we got a save spot here too. So this is a big old town here. I didn't realize it would be so big. Wow. あんた落外町に、来るのは初めてって感じだな。Wow, that's a really weird pronunciation that I did. He's saying like it seems like it might be your first time coming to, this particular outer village. Ah, そうだな. Yeah, it is. 祇園に、調べちゃみ something でするが、この落外町だって意外に、私立なんだぜ。Saying something like, I think he's saying like people coming to find Gion sort of find their way here. I think he's saying something like you might unexpectedly find that you like it here a lot, or something like that. You might unexpectedly find things useful here or something. I can't remember what that word means. I think it's shiritsu. I'm not sure though. Is that meshi? Meshi o nara don mise ya sake. I'm just gonna call it a sake ya. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Mo aru shi. この店やそしてこの他の店や未生物商屋といった 遊びどころも is that 突出してる? Is that what that one is? No, 当日? He's basically telling us there's a bunch of different kinds of places you can eat, places you can drink. There's all these kinds of different shops, and if you want to, have a good time. I don't know what this place is supposed to be called, but there's another place where you can have a good time. Hopefully it's a hostess bar. That's our favorite part of the Yakuza games. 帰る前には、武器屋や Is this a 薬屋? マンヤで買い物をして準備しとけば、maybe 道中 No, 道中も安心だ. So he's saying like, come back and you can, or rather, I'm not sure what this first part that he's saying is, but he's basically saying that you can go to the weapons store, you can go to the medicine store, the pawn shop. You just do a bit of shopping to get yourself prepared for give yourself a little bit of peace of mind for the road ahead, which is definitely useful. Thanks, guy. This guy's really helpful. いいところなんだな. It seems like a pretty cool place. お、話がわかるね。祇園何回行ったってぼってくれるだけだ。落外町で好きなだけ遊んでいきな. So he's saying like, yeah, I heard you. I see where you're coming from. I agree. I think he's saying something like a lot of people only really think about Gion as the place to be, but this town, Rakugaicho, I have the most fun, hanging out in Rakugaicho. That's sort of the gist of what he's saying. Oh, we can actually look into any of these stores? Can't really tell what this one is. I'm not sure what that would be. We're looking for the big gate is where the objective wants us to go. It's called a dojo? Oh, it's a so stupid. A dojo. Sometimes you just gotta sound it out. Dojo no you da na. Ima wa haite nai you da. I don't need to go in there right now. It's a dojo. Yeah, the thing is in Japanese, some words can have like 20 different pronunciations. So sometimes you just are thinking it in one pronunciation, and then when you say it out loud, you say it in another one. And you realize, oh, that's what that's supposed to mean. It's that pronunciation. Wow, cool, look at that. All right, let's make sure that we don't accidentally go to the objective. Okay, so there's kind of like a center of town. There's a few streets in the middle. Let's check the outside first. Yeah, these kinds of like, I've never been anywhere except for, I've gone to Tokyo a lot and never gone any other places in Japan where they tend to have a lot more of these like handwritten signs, like these old, more classical or traditional like types of writing and stuff. And like I'm very used to like the computerized fonts, perfect big bold letters in Tokyo on the street, a lot of katakana and stuff. Like definitely not like that in this game. So this guy is like guarding the gate. This is not the guy we're supposed to talk to though. おふれ It's like a 役所から出す、名願いや、統治のこと I think he's saying like he's protecting the exits. Or he's like a government, or it's like works for the town. He's like protecting the city. He's saying you can't, right now you can't go through this way. Let's save it at all 4 of the save stations. This game's cool. I would obviously like to play it when I know Japanese even better, but I mean, we're getting a lot out of this right now, even with my, you know, admittedly limited skills, and also there's no way we could have played it otherwise. It only exists in Japanese, unless you're talking about like a fan translation or something. But I'm having a whole lot of fun with this. Tsuitsui kai, これで下の田は something like, oh, what should I buy? Oh, this is a whole area of buying stuff. Cool. Wow, look at that. I want to eat that. Big old thing of soup just sitting there. I guess a lot of places have food that just sit there, but you don't really see it with like cooked food. Is it Kisama no 動き? I don't know what that kanji is. ではない. Seeing like you know, our seeing like our leader is moving, but it's not another person. ここは一つお手 something. Wow, I'm not getting a lot from this. Something like, I'll let you do this, or I'll, you know, just this once. Something like, keep your hands to yourself, maybe is what he's saying, and don't you forget it. That's my interpretation of that. Oh, so he's fighting us. Okay. I don't want to kill him, though. Let's put away our swords. This move is really useful in a 2-on-1 fight because it stops the other guy from really having a say in the battle. Ah! Wow, he just straight up stabbed us. Ah! Oh! What is this? So good. God, what a game this is. Thank you for existing, Yakuza Kenzan. Boom. Yahari. ではなかったようだな. So you seem like you aren't the guy that I was looking for, as I thought. だが、まだ勝負は終わってないぞ. また一つの、一つの日か。He's saying something like, but the battle is not over yet. I'll get you one day. Something like that. So now, once again, we are out of space. So we want to go to... This guy told us that there was a pawn shop, which maybe we can sell our stuff at the pawn shop, or at least that would be nice if we could. Let's take a look at the map. Is there a legend? That's the world map. X, does that? No. Go to the map again. Triangle should be the thing that brings it up, but we can't do it. This is the world map. Oh, look, we have new areas unlocked. Oh, it's so cool that they all highlight. So I guess Gion is the upper part of this. Oh, that's why he said to the north is Gion. Yep, I remember that now. Okay, we want to get to the left side, which is where... Isn't that where the place we were at the beginning of the game was? Maybe not. Either way, it doesn't look like we have any shops we can go into here, unless they're not marked on the map. What is this shop, though? This might say Manya? I can't tell, though. And it's not pronounced Manya, either. Oh, it is. Okay. So he's saying he doesn't have time to go in here. I think he's saying he might come back another time. So we have to go talk to our monk guy before we do whatever we're doing. Look at this town. It looks like people are having a nice time. I would love to visit here. This is a weapon store, probably? Yeah, Bukiya. Yeah, same thing. He doesn't have time to be here. Oh, yeah, it says weapons right on the door. Buki. Or Bu. It says, like, military. But it's kind of like the first kanji of weapon. So you would know that if that's what it is. So we really shouldn't be exploring too much right now because it's probably going to open up more stuff later. But we can take a look around. Oh, look at this. This is probably... Is this a... I mean, it's decorated like it's a hostess bar or something, but it might be a gambling place because it has the thing for, like, fortune, I think. Like, good fortune or good luck. I think it's a medicine store, actually. The pharmacies in Yakuza 1 and 2 Kiwami version are some of the most realistic Japanese, like, depictions, I think, and my favorite Japanese depictions in the whole games. They're so perfectly rendered of, like, exactly what those kind of little pharmacy stores are in Japan. Down to the guy there, the way he talks to you, like the way that the shop is set up, the kind of like little bits of detritus that are all around. They do such a good job with that in the Kiwami version. This is a... I think he's trying to... Like a samurai who's trying to collect money from somebody. Miyamoto Musashi って賞金首をやれば200 200両もらえるらしいぜ。So we are... He's basically saying that there's like 200 something on Musashi Miyamoto's head. It's like a reward for killing him. 2000両だって。そんだけあれば、祇園で遊び、放題た? It might be Holdai. So it's something like, man, with that much money, I'd be just kind of like going crazy in Gion. Holdai is the word that you use for like all you can eat or all you can drink, like nomi holdai or tabe holdai. So yeah, it's something like I'd be going crazy in Gion, like just spending unlimited spending. どうだ? 俺たちで、これ取ってみねえか? なに一人が金習いけるだろう. Something like, is that right? Yeah, the two of us, or something like, you'd kind of like take your share from the two of us, huh? I thought, it's something like maybe like, I thought the two of us were a team. そうだな。やってみるか。で、どんな頭なんだ? その宮本武蔵して、これは? It's like, but, you know, back to business, like, what does this guy's face look like? I don't even know who he is. そりゃ、お前、あれ、これあった. I think he's saying, like, I don't really know. ねえ、これだな。もう一度手配か廃墟を見てこいよ. It's like I'll keep looking around for him. Is basically what he's saying. I'm curious to look at this one word though, which we have been seeing a lot. I've been seeing it in a lot of other stuff I read too that I can't get. It's this one right here. Oops, nope, don't want that. That guy is what it means. Yatsuda. Yatsu. Yatsudana. Okay. As I suspected, it wasn't that important of a word. So basically they're looking for us. The only reason they're not fighting us right now is because they don't know what our face is supposed to look like. Good stuff. Okay, so we want to go through to the upper part, but first there's like a little alleyway to the left. Welcome, Jaden Molina. Came from Slim. Not sure what you mean, but welcome on in. Let's get an exclamation mark hi for Jaden Molina and an exclamation mark hype in the chat. Welcome. Take these 20 meatballs that you get for following, by the way. Use it to buy yourself your very own Yakuza town. It's a whole town with only Yakuza in it, so be careful. And enjoy your stay in the Meatball Marauders. You can type exclamation mark meatballs in the chat if you want to check your channel currency of meatballs, as well as your channel ranking, which is based on how many meatballs you have. Welcome. We are playing Yakuza Kenzan, which, as you can see, was only ever released in Japan and only exists fully in Japanese. It is a lot of fun. Uh-oh. 武士だかなんだか知らんが、この人ごときがis it 天下の maybe that's like ten stop or tenka like hell, because it's like the lower heaven. It could mean something like that. Urochoro shiotte. Something like something like you've never met a samurai like me before, like a swordsman like me. I'm gonna send you straight to hell. Something like that. Oh, we gotta find somewhere. There you go. Wow, we're lucky that didn't hit us. Oh, I did the thing again. I didn't mean to. I keep trying to... If you're holding a guy and you press triangle while you're holding the guy, then he'll kick behind him, which is what I'm trying to do. but I can't do it while we have the meter, or else if we have the meter, he'll actually just do a special attack. So we gotta stop with that. Let's take out our sword. I want to use one of these weapons, though. Alright, let's put away our sword. Let's build our meter first, and then we'll use this rock. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of health, so we'll be okay. Here we go. Rock time. Get him! Oh man, that was good. Here we go, what else we got? A different kind of rock? Go! What other weapons can we use? More rocks. Oh, there's this thing. It's a little potted plant or something. Oh, there's only... Okay, this guy's not gonna live long enough. So let's just take out our sword. I wonder if we can stab him while he's on the ground if it's not a finishing move. Hmm, これから表を散歩時は僕たったぬようにはにな It's like after that I think the time for showing my face in this town is probably about done. Something like that. Yeah, regrettably I'm gonna get out of here. Something like that. We want to take a little bit of damage here so we can waste some of these health items we get. But they keep giving us these items that aren't health items, which is a bummer, because now if we keep filling it up with this stuff, we're never going to be able to buy or use any actual health items. Jane Molina saying, how'd you get the game? Well, so you can, a lot of systems, video game systems are region locked, which means that like if you live in the US and you buy a Japanese game, it won't work on your console. But in the PS3, which is what this game was on, the PS3 was not region locked, so you can play games from any territory on it. As you know, obviously you have to. It's probably pretty useful to know the language if you're going to play a game from there, because it won't be in English, but you can play it. So I know a decent bit of Japanese, and it's been going okay so far. I just recently got a Japanese, like a PS2 that is, a Japanese edition of a PS2. So I can play PS2 and PS1 games as well on here that are from Japan. So we played Pepsi Man for the PS1, which was only ever released in Japan a little while ago. I don't know what this is supposed to be. 何をジロジロ見てよ。この無殺者が is he calling us an undocumented, like where's your papers? Like you don't have any papers? Something like that? Gen ho shite kureru. Seemed like get down or something? I don't know what that guy was doing. Let's see if we can... Yeah, so we can step on him even when we're not in a special move. So now that we have meter, Can I do anything with this? I don't think I can. But I can take this away. Where was that pot? Can we still use that thing? There it is. Get him. That was a good one.くそ、私の生姜が悪いだ。今日のところはこれにて失恋 Is that what he's saying? 失礼 Oh, 失礼 Okay. He's saying like, you know, I'm sorry for being rude about this. I would say that he's been a little bit more than rude trying to cut us in half with a samurai sword, but, you know, as long as he apologizes. This is another store that we could probably go into, but we can't do it right now. Uh-oh. 昨日、鶏には死んだんじゃ。So he's saying, like, yesterday 2 of my chickens died. そうなったら、やけじゃ、かあい? Is that what that is? Let's assume it is. かあい。鶏の、これ、やらしたれ。I think he's asking us to find it in our hearts to kind of like compensate him for them or something like that. And I guess now he's trying to fight us because he wants to take the money from us. A narazusha. I don't know what that... Uh-oh, sorry. Oh, I don't like to fight them with a sword when they're not using a sword. Hey, welcome Azura to the show. We are playing more Yakuza Kenzan. How are you doing tonight, Azure? Man, this game's not any less brutal with the finishing moves. I love it. We seem to get the most meter when we do this grab. So if we're trying to use weapons, then we should use the grab more often. All right, what do we got here? Any good ones? Oh, there's nothing to pick up here. I wonder if I can do the drop kick if I run towards him. No, he can't. Oh, look, he's so scared of the sword. I'm sorry. Yeah, because if we're assuming that that is what he was asking about, like these 2 chickens that he lost, or whatever bird animal it was, he's probably not gonna like attempt to kill us, but he is trying to like, you know, sort of rob us. すいません。やつ Is that what he's saying? やつ当たりしてごめんなさい. I'm sorry. Once again, he's saying sorry. I like this water bottle, but it's very noisy when you drink from it. Like you can hear like the glug 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 because it's so big. This is something as well. What is this? Old Doryoke? Sounds like there's some kind of performance happening in there. It's like large road power. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's gambling, some kind of gambling thing? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out when we go in later. I assume we're going to talk to this guy at the gate, and then we're going to be allowed to go around the town. But you never know with Yakuza games, because sometimes they do these whole cities, and then you get here, and then you talk to one person, and then leave, but then you'll come back, like, 20 hours later in the game. Which is always really confusing, because it's like, you just get used to this town, and then you have to go already. That's another one of those gate guard guys. Because you're saying, not sleepy. It's 5 a.m., you finished watching the last Dark Souls. You felt the torture. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I was thinking like, oh, you're in for it. You're in for another hour of trying to figure out that puzzle. And it's interesting because we just didn't figure it out. But yeah, next run, maybe we'll figure it out then. That's the nice thing, because it's kind of like keeping something interesting that you know you haven't done for the next run. So you can kind of keep it in mind for the next time you play it. I like that about Souls, or any game really. But ladies and gents, that is actually going to be it for Yakuza Kenzan today. A lot of samurai action happened, a lot of difficult situations as well, so it was a pretty good episode. That's going to do it though. If you don't know the channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. On here I stream 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We play story-based games, and if you want to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.